Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I am Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a pre-fight show for UFC 187, Johnson versus Cormier, and I'll make this a quick episode. It's a pre-fight episode of the main card, so I'll give my predictions, my thoughts, see who wins. We'll see who wins, but I'll tell you who I think is going to win. Okay. So the main event is for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship, which is vacant right now, and it's Anthony "Rumble" Johnson versus Daniel Cormier. And in this fight, I'm picking Daniel Cormier to win by third round submission because I think he wears out Anthony Johnson. Anthony Johnson gasses out later on in the fight as it goes on. And Cormier is just a non-stop grinder, and eventually he'll get the back of Anthony Johnson, and then of course he'll be thinking rear naked choke or just working some other submissions in dominant ground positions. So, en route to third round submission for Daniel Cormier. That's who I'm picking to win this fight. But I want Anthony Johnson to win. And so I hope I'm wrong. Okay, then on to the co-main event. It's a UFC middleweight championship fight with Chris Weidman, the champ, versus Vitor Belfort. I'm picking Chris Weidman to win by first or second round knockout because I think Vitor Belfort leaves himself open doing all the flashy kicks and punches and whatnot that he's known for. And I think Chris Weidman will do a good job defending it and dodging those. And Vitor will leave himself open, and Chris Weidman will use his boxing and capitalize en route to a knockout victory in the second round for Chris Weidman. Then also in the main card we have a lightweight bout with Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus John McDessie, and I'm picking Cowboy Cerrone, Donald Cerrone, to win this by first or second round knockout. I think he uses height, his reach well, he uses footwork. He could take him to the ground, but he won't. And I think he will be confident enough in his stand-up over John McDessie's, even though John has great stand-up, that he knocks out John McDessie in the first or second round. Especially Donald Cerrone has won some good fights by knockout, and he is flashy and yet still good technical striker. Then on to the heavyweight division. Also on the main card we have Andre the Pitbull Arlovski versus Travis Browne. I'm picking Travis Browne to win this. This one's a coin toss though. This one could go either way, but I'm using Brendan Schaub fight. As both guys fought Brendan Schaub, I'm using Brendan Schaub as the measuring stick. Andre Arlovski struggled to defeat Brendan Schaub by decision. Travis Browne steamrolled through Brendan Schaub. So, thus, I think Travis Browne uses height, his reach over Andre Arlovski, and he just uses that speed of his, and just lands some good, clean shot to Andre that rocks him, and Travis Browne will capitalize and finish him in the first or second round by knockout. Then, to kick off the main card in the flyweight division, we have Joseph Benavidez versus John Moraga, and I got this as a points match. It doesn't really go to the ground, I think. I think John Moraga is going to try to take it to the ground, but Joseph Benavidez is good enough wrestling defense to stuff it, and he keeps it standing, and Joseph Benavidez outpoints John Moraga on each round due to strikes and wins a clean unanimous decision win, and then is definitely still in the title mix against Demetrius Johnson or just whoever the flyweight champ may be down the line. So there you have it. There's my predictions for the main card. We'll see if I'm right. And stay tuned for my next episode, which will be a post-fight episode for this in the coming days. And until then, see ya.